Hello, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. As usual, I have with me my gorgeous co host, fashionably Amy. And she is all bundled up because apparently it's freezing where she is. I was just thinking that I am so hot. Like, why is my house so hot? And I was turning on all the air cons. And she's bundled up like,
I'm the opposite. It's not like that cold outside yet. Like during the day, it's probably 17, maybe 18 degrees. And if it's sunny, it can feel nice, but it's just indoors when I don't know, maybe my side of the house, because I'm in the bedroom, and then there's the living room is always the hottest. Living room, kitchen, always the hottest. And then when you come towards the bedroom side, it's the coldest, which is good in the summertime
yeah.
because it's the cooler part of the house. But in the winter, I just get, I don't know, if I'm not moving and I'm just like stationary, I just get so cold. And I just ate I ate dinner and I ate some fruits, and the fruits were from the fridge, right? So after that, I felt so cold. But then, anyway, so now I'm sipping on hot water. I'm wearing
I,
fleece.
I'm I'm hot. It rained so heavily here last night. And but for some reason it's so hot. I'm shiny because I'm sweating.
Yeah, pretty
I'm like,
soon
what's
my
going
skin
on?
will start getting dry because the weather's changing now. So, yeah. It's my least favorite time of the year. It's the
Mm,
transitional weather. I hate it. And then of course I don't like winter time because winter time is just not fun, but yeah,
all right. So
that's what you
anyway,
get.
yeah, yes, what you get for being the other side of the world. The other side and up. You got to be in the middle, like the equator. Is it the equator? All right. So hi, wow, so many people today. JW Miller, Trace, is it Tracy? Trace, Julie, manifesting things. Hello, hello. So today we are going to do a kind of show and tell and just a chit chat. It's about items that we have never used, and I am going to use the word never pretty loosely. If it's as good as just used one time, never seen again, never touched again, maximum two, but it's from zero to once, maybe twice. And in some ways, it feels wasted. It feels a little like there's a bit of a guilty factor to not using it. If I use it, if both of us use the things more often, then you kind of justify the purchase, right? But these are items that we have in our collection that we got thinking that it'll be, or maybe some other reason, right? Whatever. Great items, we'll use, will fit into our lifestyle, but we've never used them. And we'll talk about why. And we want to hear from you as well. If you have things like that that you have never used and you have a bit of a guilty feeling to it, but there could be items in your collection that you never used and you're fine with that as well. I don't think I have any of those. Let me think about it. Maybe one of it. Yeah, one of it. Why don't I let Amy start? Maybe you pick one thing first.
Okay, so
We have a
truthfully,
lot.
most of my never used items, the majority are shoes, and it's bad because okay, so this
Mm,
pair, like they're not like new shoes either. There's one pair that's new, so that makes sense. But this pair is not new. I bought this last spring, summer, close to summertime. So I bought it last spring, and I even went crazy for them because I've been asking for them for a long time, and then they were never back in my size. And then so finally when they got them back, it's sort of like I had several essays working for me at the time. Only because I kept dropping by, and then they always say no, they say no, and then they keep my wish list the back of their minds. And I didn't know that you're not supposed to do that. Anyway, it's just the shoe department, so it's not so bad. But there are these Chanel sneakers.
oh, you have not worn these. I thought you raved about them.
I have two pairs. I have the black one, and then I have the
Okay.
white one. So what happened is when I asked for them, like when I didn't have them yet, and I kept asking for them every time I passed by the store, they asked me what color. So one essay, I would tell her, "Oh, I want the white one." Like that was my original one. I want the white one. And then the next time I go back, they say, "No, we don't have." And then they asked me what color. I said, "Oh, I don't care, black, white, whatever, just whatever you have." I don't know why it was so hard to get them like in 2021, 2022. It was very hard. Like they were never back in stock. And then I finally got them last year, which 2023, right? So when they finally came back in stock, all the essays started calling me, but at different times, like a week after another. And so the first essay that called me, she called me for the black ones. And so I went and bought them. And then the next essay calls me and she's like, "Oh, the white ones are in." And she doesn't know about the one about the black one. But then I was almost not gonna go buy it. And then I told her, "Oh, I just bought the black one." And she was kind of surprised. She's like, "Oh, really?" Like, "Oh, I thought, you know." But then I felt bad, so I went back and I bought them anyway. So that's why I have two pairs. So that's the kind of the backstory why I ended up with two pairs. Um, I did wear the black ones more. They're the ones that I, have on the shelf and they are being worn. More, but not like a lot, like they, how should I say? Like I think, when you try them, these are literally brand new. That's why I'm like literally touching the bottom. When you try them, it's so different than you actually like wear them for real and walk a lot. Because when I try them, they're like, oh, comfortable. They have like a bouncy insole. They look nice. They're stylish. You've got Chanel logos here, Chanel logo here. Like it has the quilting. Like it just looks like a very nice pair of sneakers. By the way, I changed the laces to white. These are my own laces because it only comes with black laces. So I wanted it to change it just so that maybe I will like wear them more. Like I even did all of that stuff, right? I still didn't wear them. I think it's because when I started wearing them and I wore the black ones first, I started feeling like they're a bit heavy. And maybe I'm just more sensitive because obviously I have all my joint problems, but when a shoe is not like 100% for me, and you guys already know that, right? Like if it's something that I had to work hard at, like, to wear them or to break them in or whatever, these they don't really need breaking in. It's just that I find them a bit heavy, and so if my joints are not 100%, then I'm not going to wear them that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just less inclined to wear them. That's why I never broke into these ones because like there's already a pair being worn and these are just like literally sitting in the background because I like what's the point of what, like, wear and tearing two pairs when you're not even wearing one pair that much. So that's what happened because technically I wanted the white ones more
They're
or
so
first.
gorgeous, though. They're really, really
I
pretty.
know, and they were really hard to get. And now that I have them, I'm like not wearing them. I honestly should be selling this pair because it's not that they're not comfortable. That's the problem. It's not that they're not comfortable, but because they're just a bit heavy for me, and it's just not working out that well for me in that sense. Like I would rather, if I'm wearing sneakers, I would rather wear really light sneakers. Um and it's a shame because it was so hard to
And,
get. They were really
and they're
well, they're
gorgeous.
even more expensive now. They were really expensive when I got them. The price kept increasing. And I don't know what to do. These are literally brand new. Literally. And of
Yeah.
course I have like I even tried to like change the laces, make it brighter so that maybe I will grab them more, but in the end I was just like, no, I never grabbed them. It's so
Well, we have
silly.
another episode next week. Not all the things that we're going to talk about today, we're going to sell, right? But we have another episode next week on my channel for the members where we're going to talk about things that some from today, like, should we sell them? Because this is, you're actually kind of talking about it right now because it's like, you have them, they're hard to get, and at the same time, it's not that you don't like them, but then again, you're not wearing them. Then the question is, should you sell them? But then if you sell them, you want to get them back. Oh my gosh. It goes round and round. Oh, And you know, if you sell them, okay, Chanel is a different story, right? Because you probably could get your cost back, but a lot of things you probably won't. So
Yeah. Like, well, it depends. And I guess it depends on the popularity of the item at the time that you're selling, right? Because like these shoes, they were always selling so much. Like they were selling all the time. Like a lot of resellers were selling these shoes a lot back then, because everyone's looking for them. And so I never bought from a reseller because I'm like, I just feel like my store should get them eventually. It just took so long. And then by the time I got them, and then by the time I got them, and I got both at the same time, right? Literally back to back. And then like it's not until I wore them then I find out that for me they're a bit heavy. Like they're not like super heavy, but they just the most of the weight is on the like because this part there's so much material. Like you've got this. The top is actually kind of like a softer material. It's more like fabric, so it's actually comfortable. But it's a really solidly made shoe, which is I think the reason why they're really, really popular. And it's a classic. Like you can't get more classic than the white or the black color, basically. So yeah, the only times I've worn them is in my like try on videos, literally, because they've never been worn outside. It's like always on my carpet, just in my videos when I needed to just have some footwear with my clothes. Which yeah, it's so silly. Yeah, this is a waste of money. In my opinion, it became a waste of money because I could definitely not have had to buy both. Like I just felt guilty because I ended up asking several essays. And then when they hold it for you, and then they're like, "Oh, a little shocked that you got them already." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll just come and buy them anyway."
yeah,
Mm.
hard. Okay, I'm gonna start off small, but I have two pairs of shoes. Which while you were talking, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to grab those. So we'll talk about my shoes later. But I have this pair, which actually I am selling, but now that I've put it up for sale for so long that now I'm thinking, should I even sell them? Because I actually don't have any more. Well, I do. I have a couple of pairs, but so this is my third, but totally unused pair of Chanel earrings. I have two, three.
Oh.
Yeah, I still have. So I have three pairs. So they're studs, right? They're the CC earrings. So I have one pair which is a bit sentimental, which I got from Paris years ago. I don't wear them, but it's okay because it's sentimental. It's my first pair. I've never gone to Paris, blah blah blah, and all that. So I said, fine, keep that. Then I have another pair where some of the studs have dropped, and so it's not the studs, the like the crystal line, the crystals have dropped because of my use. I didn't know how to use it. So when I brought that pair back to Chanel and I asked them, could you fix it? And the fixing cost more than the pair. I was like, forget it, it's trash. But there's this pair that I have never worn. And I think it's because I think it's just not my style, with the CC, with this. And I think do you have this pair?
Oh, yeah, I do. I actually wore them a lot, but I remember when I said I rehomed a lot of jewelry, this became like
One of
it was
the ones that
on.
you rehomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are absolutely brand new. I have never used them. And they are super, I mean, they're
They're
gorgeous. Like,
really
look
good
at me.
size.
I'm confused now. Like, should I? I just don't, because I think the idea of me wanting to change out my earrings, the idea is there, like the fantasy is there, but I don't. I wear the same pair of earrings day in, day out. I'll just change the bottom ones, right? My the first year lobe right here, and I'll make it dangly, but I don't like to take out the rest and just change it. I just have too many. I'll play it only occasion. And if I do, I'll wear something that is a little bit more, maybe loop to the top. So these became literally white elephants in my collection. And I've had them for so long that I have to keep them in this, like this is an old Ana Luisa box, because if you remember the Chanel packaging in the past, I don't know if Canada has this issue, but in the past, after having them for a while, they start to disintegrate. They start to
No.
sort of like wait, I even have the picture on my closet. Look at it. It's right there. I have them for that long. So this packaging that I have, the container, everything, it's trash. It's like the Chinese word is mat like it just starts to fall apart. The packaging falls apart because of that velvet, right? So now the new packaging that Chanel gives on, I think, most of their jewelry is cloth. Even the even
Yeah.
the baggie is like cloth, right? But it used to be this really nice soft velvet material or fake velvet. But if you have them for a while, and if you live in like Singapore or Malaysia, any kind of tropical country, moisture will make it sort of disintegrate. So I've had it for so long, they disintegrated. So all I have is the earrings. So obviously, I cannot sell them now. But then again, I asked myself, should I? Because oh my gosh, they have gone up so much. They've gone
Yeah,
up so much.
those are classics. I had them a while for a long time, and I wore these ones actually
That's
quite a
all I
bit.
have.
These are really comfortable because I also like that these were silver.
Mm.
But yeah, I did rehome a lot of Chanel costume jewelry, which I'll talk about in a future video. Like, this is not really to talk about this, but
Yeah.
yeah, this became one
So
of the pairs that I did rehome.
yeah, but for me, it's wasted money because it was a trend to buy all these CC earrings, and I think they're still very popular. They are really, really beautiful, but they're not for me. I think I was buying for a fantasy me, and mm, I don't know, maybe they'll come in handy one day. I don't know. Like they are pretty, right? They are pretty. Gosh. I'll talk about them next week. But yeah, right now for today, it feels really wasted that just don't I just don't use these earrings. So sad. That's all I have now.
Hmm. Okay. Since you talked about earrings, which one should I go for next? I'll go for another Chanel piece since you went for a Chanel. So I will talk about. So this is not money wasted. This is more just for the video since it's on theme. It's not money wasted for sure because I mean it's wasted. I guess depends on whose definition of like wasted is. But at the time when I bought this, I was thinking, oh, it would just be a nice backup. I know I would probably not get to rotate that often just because these things they last so long. But I honestly have never used it, not even once yet. So, and I'm okay with this one. This one is one of those things that like I don't really buy a lot of duplicates of. This is like the only occasion that I did. And it's a card holder. It's actually there's just one, but I kind of just put the other card holder pouch here. So this card holder I bought as a backup to my other one that I'm still constantly using. And at the time, it was a silly reason because I just wanted the holiday packaging. They wouldn't just give me the holiday
Oh,
packaging.
the holiday
And I
packaging.
wanted the
Yeah.
holiday packaging because that year the holiday packaging was really, really nice. But it's this card holder. So it's the Gabrielle line, actually. And it's the So
Mm,
Black because it's black
nice.
hardware as well. So I don't regret it because it's really cute. I like I don't really look at it very often, but every time I go and open to look at it, of course it's still brand new, but it's really cool too. Like I still really love it. So if for whatever reason the other card holder, which I'm still using, I'm using the gold one. I love that one so much, which is why I haven't had the reason to switch it out. But if I need to ever switch out of that one, then I have a backup, and this one is perfect because yeah, it's like black on black. And at the time it was expensive, but now it's even more expensive. Not that they went up in price that much, so it's not like a huge deal. But I thought that at the time they made this one so perfectly because I see a lot of the card holders these days and I could go and look at them. I'm like, oh, it's crooked. Oh, the stitching there is suspicious. Like I look at this one and it's completely perfect, literally. So it's not a waste, but I have never used it. Never ever used it.
Well, this is sort of like a backup, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I
I
didn't really need
guess.
to buy it.
But you may never use it as well, right? Because your gold one,
Exactly.
your gold one
My
could
gold one
last
is so
forever.
good. But it's okay. Like this is you know, if anything, if I never switch out of it and I need a really nice gift to give a close friend or family, then I always have something to give, right? This is really nice. Like I've never really I guess I don't really shop small leather goods that often, but like every time I go and look at some small leather goods, I find that they don't make them as nice anymore. The craftsmanship is a little wonky sometimes, and one time I bought a pink card holder. That was the only other time that I bought the like the flap version, and it was completely wonky, and I was just so disappointed. Like yeah, this was one of those times that I'm not mad at not ever using something.
All right.
So, yeah.
So since you talk about SLGs, I'll talk about this one. So this, okay, so same story is an LV item. Same story where I bought it with the intention of just having it. So when I bought it, it was about collecting, about you know, the limited editions, the special pieces. And for a long time, until really, really recently, I decided I'll let it go. But I'm still, it's a hard one because I've let go a lot of my collector's items already. So this was, I think this is my last. Yeah, this is my last animation piece. So I sort of want to sell it, but at the same time, it's like, oh, it's so hard. So okay. It's a small leather good from LV. It
I
even
already
has the
know what
old.
it is.
You know what it is?
Well, it's because I recognize the dust bag.
Okay, so it feels like if I don't let it go, it really feels like it's sitting there being rotting and wasting money. But at the same time, it's not a lot, and you'll never get it again in this condition because this is never used.
Yeah.
It's the I think I can never sell it because it got a little doggy there. Anyway, this is the mini pochette in the, oh man, now I forgot the line. I suddenly forgot the line. Anyway, it's the one where it's the version where they had like the Tintin and all that. Is it Tintin? No, the animation with people, because for the longest time it was all about, you know, they have people pulling the trunks, like little smaller figures, right? So you got like the guy here, there's a little, and they don't look like humans, okay? They look really like cartoon comics, very, very detailed, very beautiful. So you've got the trunk, even the cloud that's here has all the LVs. It's really well made. But then for some reason, after like maybe 2021, they started to make animations with Vivian. Vivian's nice, but I just feel like it's not it's not as, I don't know, I can't connect to it, right? So this just feels more old school comic. That's how I kind of feel it. It gives me that vibe. Anyway, wow. I had this for so long. I have been contemplating. I even put it on my closet, then I took it away, then I put it back, then I took it away. It's a struggle. It's a struggle because you'll never get this again. Okay, it's wow. I have all the tags. The only thing that I don't have is the receipt. So, oh, I do have it. I just don't know where it is, and I could not be bothered to find it anymore. But yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's the evasion collection. Evasion evasion collection. So by having it in my collection, I feel right because I have been on this sort of clearing up things that I don't use, but we still have stuff. That's why we have this video today. But yeah, things like this, I just thought, if I'm not using it, I'll just let it go. But it's a special one, right? It's a special one. So this is hard. And I think they sell for, I'm not sure, but I think they sell for a premium because I swear I cannot even remember how much I paid for this.
I probably at the time it's still less than the current price for the regular one, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for
I'm pretty sure. Because right now the regular price one, just the regular monogram is what, 1,000?
I think the Vivians with this animation are going for what, 1,000? You know what? I can just check. It's like 1,500 Singapore dollars or some crazy number like that.
Easily.
But that's nothing compared to what luxury is right now, if you think about it. I think I bought this for like 7. I don't know. I swear I really do not remember at all. Let's just take a look. I'm curious. What are they selling for now? But yeah, it's so cute. But I have it. So it's sitting there. It's sitting in the box. It's sitting sitting in the box and just.
Yeah.
And I think this is not even the original. I think the box was brown. I cannot find everything. The box was brown. The original box was brown. This is the old box because I think the original box, maybe I used it for putting makeup or something. I think I used the bottom piece for cup, like for lining my cabinet or something. Then I cannot find it and I just could not be bothered, so I just put it inside here. But yeah, that was how long ago this was. Wow. Totally wasted, right? Wasted. I don't know. Oh, and it's made in France. It's made in France.
Mm-hmm.
So good. They made them so well, so good last time. So nice. Anyway, that's one more.
That's a good
Next.
one. Which one should I talk about? So some of these things are newer, but it's okay. I can talk about them. Okay, maybe this is a bit of a cheat. I haven't worn them obviously because it's so new, but I feel like I will. But the other thing that I have, again, it's with footwear, is like if it's not a footwear that I can literally just slip in and then go, just because with my issues, then I am definitely less inclined to wear them. So I hope it's not going to happen with these footwear because I actually really love them. They're so comfortable. I just revealed them recently, and it's these Hermes boots. So obviously never worn them yet because I just revealed them and they're really, really new. It's definitely the season to start wearing them though, because it's supposed to be more for fall, winter. I will see if I'll bring them to my trip. I feel like if I do, then I will definitely get more wear out of them. But then I don't know if I can walk a lot in high heels. I mean, this is not super high, but yeah, the only thing that I am worried about when it comes to footwear, and that's just any footwear, not just this pair, because this pair is actually so comfortable, is that I have to bend all the way down to adjust my zip, and that's not something that it's just not something that I like my body likes to do. That's why I love footwear that I can literally just slip go, slip, go. You know, even with the running shoes, I tie them to a certain tightness, and that's the tightness that I can still slip in, but it will still hold and stay in. So yeah, that's why I'm like so reluctant when I buy footwear, but especially boots. You'll never see me buy high boots because I literally have to slip all the way, right? These I literally fell in love with them because they were so comfortable. And that essay, this is not from my own essay. It's actually another essay that convinced me to buy these. It like I literally fell in love with them because they were so nice and they're buttery soft. They're buttery
They look
soft.
really
So
nice. And I think they are good for your side of the world. Because
yeah, they are, you know, but like I said, for me, it's not about like these footwear 100% I recommend. There's no doubt. It's just for me personally,
hard to use.
it's hard to wear footwear like in general. Like my sandals, I usually need help for someone to like help me tie them. If not, I spend like 5 minutes to tie my shoes. And so same thing with these. Like, you know, it takes me a minute to get into them, which is, you know, something that is hard for someone who doesn't have any disability to understand. But yeah, that's just how, yeah. I love them though. They smell so good. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. But they're so nice. I do definitely recommend them. But I hope it's not going to end up in a pile that is like unworn. You know, I really hope because I really love them. They're so nice. But yeah, maybe that's what this one is a bit of a cop out, but it is new and it's something that I have not really worn yet, right? Because I don't really tend to have or to like if I really something if they don't really work, I usually would have already rehomed them. But this one I haven't rehomed yet because obviously I kind of look for them for so long and it was never my intention to buy them just to rehome them. So it's sort of one of those things that
Okay, while
that's
you
why
continue the let me go grab the two shoes. Forgot to bring them.
okay. Yeah, but I was just saying how like, you know, usually for me if something really doesn't work out, no matter how sentimental they may or not may be, um I try to look for the practical side of it, which is I'd rather just rehome them if it makes more sense for me. But yeah, in this case, I haven't. But oh, I'm always so nervous when it comes to buying footwear. That's why I love
Yeah,
buying. Like you'll
footwear.
see me buy a lot of the same footwear, like the sheep sandals, because it's literally slip and go. So that's why I buy so many of those because I know they work and I don't have a problem wearing them. But yeah.
Yeah. So this pair is a little bit, I think I've spoken about this. And it kills me because I love the design. And I have, okay, so this is not to say never worn, but I think I've only worn them once. And the second time, maybe I just felt like I needed to wear it, but not that I wanted to wear it. But that's it. So they do have a little bit of a dirtier base, but I actually got them sold. So this sticker, there's a sticker here. I can just peel it out and the sole will be clean because it's just like that. But yeah, I have not worn them since. They are just sitting in my cupboard. And it's because they're heavy, like what you said. And I I have a bad knee, but at the same time, I don't have like issues like you, right? But I still feel that if doesn't the shoe is difficult to walk in, I suffer. My left hip will suffer because I'll be
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'll be pulling my leg along with me,
Yeah.
while my right side's absolutely fine, feels nothing, feels like any other shoe. But when you have even the slightest kind of weakness or injury,
Yeah.
the weight of the shoe is it's like night and day. So when I think my issue and my fault when I bought this shoe at the store was I just tried one pair, one side. Okay. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, they always give you the right side for some reason. Okay. And then I tried the left side. But because you're in the store, you don't walk. You you do a little twirl. You're like, oh yeah, they're so
yeah.
comfy. They're so nice. And yeah, they're kind of cushy. Then you're like, yeah, a little heavy, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, walk an hour in them later, you're like, my hip, kill me now.
Oh man.
Yeah,
They're so
but they are
cute.
comfortable. Yeah, they're so, look at it. Just, I mean,
I
how
know.
can
It's
you
like,
go?
look at it. It's so nice. Why would you
Look
not
at
want
that.
to
How can you
wear
go
them?
wrong with
What the
white
hell?
white shoes? Come on. Come on. All right, come on. So it's so hard. Like if I open my shoe cabinet, I'll be like I'll be looking at these guys and be like, nah, take my Converse. That is the reality. Yeah. After, this was an expensive lesson. And I think some people okay, Clara loves them. She says they're heavy, but she loves them. So I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
I think I'll be okay. But for some reason, not for some reason, for the reason that my hip on my left side is not 100, it's 80% efficient. So it's
Mhm.
tough. So let's talk about another pair. And this pair, I think it's also to the reason of I don't have an occasion to wear them for. But then again, I don't wear heels anymore. So I saw some comments, which is why it reminded me I have
Mhm.
to bring this out. These pair of gorgeous, okay, gorgeous, very comfortable. Nothing to do with comfort. The other one was more of like, uh, weight and all. It's just I don't wear heels. So this pair of Jimmy Choo Choo shoes. It's so hard to say. Jimmy Choo's shoes. I haven't worn. It's in the box. But they are absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's when I take them out for like some play, some dress up, I feel like, oh my god, I love them. But I just,
Yeah.
oh my god, look at that, look at that,
So
look at how
pretty. But
so good.
you must have weddings to go to and
Who's getting married at my age?
no, but or I don't know, like so what do you wear? What do you wear when you actually put on a dress or whatever?
Flats, flat
Um,
shoes, like nice shoes, but flats. They're flat. They're flat. So why put myself through pain now? Like, why? So, any.
I mean, I know what you mean. I still wear my heels, but only on occasions, right? And I've said that many times in the past. I don't wear it to the venue. I wear some other shoes to the venue. Then I change at the venue. So I'm not like in pain all day, right? It's usually like the ones that I have, like my Jimmy Choos, those are my Bings. They're my favorite. They're not painful. It's painful in the sense that if you're like in them for like 5 hours, at the sixth hour, you're gonna start feeling a little bit of like, okay, maybe my ankle is a little fatigued now, but it's not like pain per se. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, it's sort of like you really have to make yourself wear them for these shoes
That's
because
exactly it.
yeah.
Make yourself wear them. And I think I've gone past the whole like, why suffer? But yeah, anyway, I don't I won't sell these because I really don't have heels anymore. And I mean, it's good to have a pair, right? For those occasions. But they come so rare right now. There's a my cousin. Okay, my cousin is getting married in December. I'm like, there's a wedding. Bring them out, take them all out. The shoes, the diamonds, whatever. But yeah, they're so rare. They're so rare to have these very special occasions. So I could have bought
Yeah.
something that I could use for more often and buy something much cheaper and have them for those occasional situations, which are so far apart. But yeah, we got these expensive. How much were they? Let me see. They were pricey, man. I have the receipt here. They were a lot. Over $1,000. sitting pretty in the box, waiting for them to be take it out. There are no date nights, Michelle. There are no date. There are date nights with my natto poo.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. For me, I guess I still make the effort just because, like I said, I usually just bring. It's a more of an effort, right? You really have to plan it, and then you also have to bring it to wear there. So I don't actually walk in them to like, because sometimes you park a little further and then you have to
Yeah,
walk. So no, I
yeah,
bring them and then I change at the venue. That's how I do it. But yeah, it's too bad because they're really nice.
yeah. Shoes are
Um,
tricky, right? Shoes, they you
shoes are
need a few of
always,
these
yeah.
nice pairs for those occasions. But then the question is, do you need them to be so expensive? Because we're talking luxury here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh
I
well.
have one more pair of shoes, and these are also pretty new, but I could have worn them this summer, but I didn't because I think, okay, two reasons. A lot of the subscribers, when I revealed them, they scared me. So I got scared. I never worn them. And then the second reason was, I guess it's sort of, I have something similar and it's like you, but they're flat. They're the same exact color. They're flat and I can just get away with them. So I didn't have to pull them out per se just to get the look right. And it's these gorgeous sandals.
Oh, I remember you showed these. These are really
Yeah.
what do they call again?
Oh my gosh, what are the names of these ones again? 'Cause
They're
there's
like
so many.
orans, but not orans. Yeah.
These are called, oh my gosh, I'm sure someone knows. If not, I'll try to find them after. But these are
These are not the
even like,
Oasis.
no, the Oasis are different. These are actually a different style. They
Yeah,
have,
I remember yeah, so yeah, I remember when you showed that. I was like, "Oh, are they look different, but they're like the Oasis because Oasis is the orans with heels. But these have the bigger front, right?
so Oasis is like narrower even, right? This one
Yeah.
is like wider, like there's more to cover, like more kind of grip, I suppose. And also the heel is, you can see there's a slant here. I don't know if you can see it. You see,
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's a
Can.
slant. So they're really, really gorgeous. And oh, and there's also a shoe, like the horseshoe thing. Again, unworn.
Yeah.
um I will wear them because I already bought them, right? I will wear them, but I just haven't had the chance to wear them this summer. And like every time I go to, because the way I buy things usually is I go by the style, the comfort, of course, but then I go by color. So the reason why I pick these colors is because I have a sheep sandal that is the exact same color, same name, beige argile, so beige argyle, and it's the most versatile color that goes with pretty much like 99% of the outfits that I wear. Either I wear black and those shoes, white and those shoes, some colorful jeans, whatever, and those shoes, they always work. Which is why I went with these colors for these sandals, because I thought, okay, I have the sheep sandals, they're kind of casual, they're just like a dad sandal, right? So now I have a
Mm,
heel version, and that would go with when I want to be a bit more dressy, right? But I always get away with those, and so I never actually had to wear these. And the several comments that scared me in my comment section when I revealed them. And by that time, it's like too late. I bought these a while ago, okay? Because like I don't buy things like when I do a haul, it's things that I've bought within a few months time frame. So these were already bought a while ago. So there's no way to return them, right? Or to exchange them.
mm.
Um, so the comments were saying that I don't know, they were saying that they felt like the heel was a bit heavy, so it's not the
Oh.
most kind of easy to walk in. And I was just like, okay, I don't want to deal with that. Therefore, I never kind of broke into them. But they are nice, and I will wear them, you know, because I already own them. What's the point, right, of not wearing them? But it's one of those things that I will probably have to make the effort to wear them. And maybe it depends on how much walking or standing it involves. Like that day, it has to be a very casual, just like, oh, we'll just go somewhere, and then it'll just be like literally stay there and not have a lot of extensive walking, because yeah, the last thing I want to find out is like the heel is heavy, I'm like dragging my feet and it's hurting. Like
Mm,
that's the last thing I want
mm.
to be feeling. So yeah.
Shoes, man. We have a lot of shoes. There is a lesson to be learned here, okay? Don't no, not to say don't buy luxury shoes, but be wary, like really careful in your luxury shoes. Because one pair is really expensive and you can't get much back from that. Half the price chopped out, especially if you wear it one time. Yeah. Hard. Shoes are just like, lesson learned again and again. Again and again and again.
Yeah. Let me find the names of them. Let's see.
Okay,
You know
while
what
you
I
look,
should
I'm
have
gonna.
bought? I should have just bought another pair of the Ensembles, the ones that I really love with the low strap and the like the strap around the ankle. I should have just bought like the natural color and just be done with
Oh, it's
another
called
pair yet,
Hilia.
because those
Hilia
ones I
sandals.
actually do wear, right? These are
Hilia.
called like sometimes you just feel like, oh, I'm buying the same thing. It's such a waste of money to not like try another style. But you know what? That's sometimes the answer. You just keep buying the ones that work, even if they're expensive, but you know they work. And that's a better choice to do than to try something new, you know? Like that was my thought process at the time. Like, oh, I'll try something new, not gonna buy always the same thing, you know. But I should have bought the same thing. Oh my gosh, I
Okay,
can't
are
find
they
them.
called the
What are they?
Hilia? Are they called the Hilia sandals?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Helia 60. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, so cute. The icon's so cute. Okay, I'm moving into some ready to wear. Oh man. Why did we buy this? Obviously for the pre-spin. But this was a pair that I actually thought no, sorry. This is one pair. I have one pair already. I absolutely love them. I use them so much to the point where I thought it would be good to have another pair. But I think the mistake is I bought the color for this pair. I think it's not me. But I don't know what got into me. Maybe the color of the store or something. Let me show the color first. Okay, so this is the pair that I have. So look at how wrinkly it is.
Oh, I thought you
No, no,
loved
no. Wait,
those.
this is the one I love. I love. This is my Etope. Let me just take out the Etope. This is the Etope one. Okay. Super love these pair of shorts. And I wash them. I don't care. I use them. I really love them. So I thought, perfect. I need another pair. I have not worn these at all.
Is it pink? Oh, I tried this pink. It washes me off. Is that the reason? I
Yeah.
totally understand, because I tried this color. They only had this color in my store, and I tried them. I'm like, no, it's not working. Oh, that's why. Yeah, the color makes a difference for sure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but for I don't know, in the store, it looked so good.
The lighting.
But the lighting. So I have a brand. Look at the difference when it's brand new and crinkle. You know what I need? I need a tan. Like I need to go. I mean, I just came back from Bali. So I have a little bit of a tan now. So maybe with a tan, it'll look better. But if you are milky white, which my legs were, okay. They really I look like it's blended into my skin.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll still wear them for sure. It's not worth selling these pair of shorts. I'll get something back for it.
Oh, that's too
But
bad.
this one I will need. I think I need to dress it up. So unlike
Yeah.
the Ethiopia one, I can just wear it. I don't have to think too much because it the color is just so gorgeous. But because this one, the color is light, so I need to think about the top. I need to think about the shoes. Basically, I have to make the outfit work with this shorts because of the color. I'm not selling this for sure because I really like this pair of shorts. But maybe I should have just waited for black or even white.
The white is I have
Even
the white
yellow would
one.
have been better. But I look at how light it blends into my skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do feel wasted, but at the same time, I know there are a pair of shorts that work for me. So that's kind of like the silver lining. At least it's not awful. It's the color that's just not 100%. So
Yeah.
have to find. I have to work with it. Maybe with a really dark color shirt or colorful shirt or something, and a nice pair of like dark pants, kind of sandwich the color in between.
I already know how to style it for you. I'm already like in my head. So you need to wear a black tee or a black tank top, and then those Jimmy Choos.
Yeah, right.
Wait, so
You have to sandwich this
yeah,
color. So dark
but
and dark at
like
the bottom with a dark
also the
bag.
Jimmy Choos will dress it up because it's like a
Yeah.
nice heel, and then like a nice sleek like tank top. You can maybe wear a belt with it as well. Because don't you have a Kelly
Mm,
belt? Yeah, wear the Kelly
yeah. So
belt.
it's almost like I have to blend this with me, it's not so it's effort. Everything's effort now. And maybe the top has to have some pattern at the front just to kind of make it a bit busy. So but anyway, I should have bought a different color.
It happens. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I should have grabbed some ready to wear, but I think I've talked about those ready to wear so many times. I feel like I'm a broken record. But like the fleece, the orange fleece that I bought,
Mm.
I did wear them only because I forced myself to. But it's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to wear. It's one of those things where I'm like, they're really nice material. It feels so nice. But I'm just like, oh, the fit, like just the cut, because the cut was so awkward, right? The cut on that one. And I'm just like, why would I wear it? Like if I could just wear this, even this North Face, I'm like, I'm so comfy and the cut is perfect.
Right?
It's comfortable. And it's a fleece too. And it's just one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, that one. The fit is so awkward. But yeah, that would be one of my ready to wear. At least that one's like, I guess, less expensive, but it's still money wasted.
Mm. Here's one more. I've talked about it so many times. Now I think I love this piece, but it's a piece that I haven't worn at all. At all. I got it quite a while ago. It's really gorgeous. Once you wear it, it doesn't look like much hanging on this like cheapo hanger that I have. But once I wear it, it's so sleek. I don't wear it because it's long sleeve. Like, who wears long sleeve in Singapore? So in this head, I thought, oh, it'd be great if I go for a holiday, or it gets chilly here for some reason, or maybe I go to the office, and all of that to justify the purchase. But no, not touched it, not touched it at all. And then to add like more shame to the purchase, I saw this at the Hermes sale. Okay,
Oh no.
at the sale, it was hanging there, few pieces. The only consolation that I got is that all those sizes were like freaking small, 32, 34. You have to size up. I got it is a 38. So I was like, okay. Selling the small pieces, that's fine. That's fine. But they were half price. Oh,
But that's probably why they didn't sell, because it's so small. Like you have to
yeah,
be
it's tight.
stick thin, like a teenager stick thin to be able to wear those.
This is a tight fit, but it's beautiful, right? It's so gorgeous. Yeah, but I haven't worn it. So maybe some holiday, some some holiday, some cold place. Even though it's 100% silk. Okay, it's
Yeah.
100% silk. It's cooling, but still because it's long sleeve and it's a thicker silk, it's not a thin yeah, it's good quality. um I still need to wear it. It still need to have an occasion to wear, right? A place to wear. But yeah.
I think for me, for sure, like the pattern I'm noticing here is anything that you need to put in an effort to wear, that's when it becomes a bad purchase. Because I feel like, yeah, all of these things that I'm showing, it's like you need to put the extra effort, or you have to be on your best day to wear it. And
Mm.
it's like, it's not always going to happen, right? Obviously. So the things that always work, there's a reason for that, right? Like they always work because you don't need to do that like super like planning the outfit, color coordinating, or like pattern or whatever, accessorizing. You don't need to put that kind of effort. You don't need to have a good knee to wear it. Like on like any day you
Mm,
can wear those shoes, then it should be like those become best purchases, right?
for
And
sure.
so, yeah, I think that's the main, for me, the main difference.
Okay, do
Like
you have any more?
I was
Okay,
gonna show
your
one
turn.
more thing, one more. And it's not that I've never worn this. I've actually worn this more than twice. Like I actually wore it like quite a few times, right? Especially at the beginning, but lately not so much. I don't think I wore it this year yet. And it's one of those things that it's not hard to wear, but you do have to plan the outfit, like, because it's not gonna go with
Mm,
everything. And it's such like a edgy piece that, you know, yeah, you need to put the effort. Even if this is more of a casual piece, it's kind of like you need to put the effort to make yourself casual so that it goes with it. um it's not like these bracelets where like you leave them on 24/7, they just go with everything. It's kind of like that. It's very strange, right? Like it doesn't matter if it's expensive or not expensive. This was not like expensive like these pieces, right? But um it's it's not that versatile though. You know, like if I wore it now, it just kind of looks weird. It has to be very like, oh, t-shirt, shorts, and like, okay, now I'm gonna just put this and then it'll be cool. But that's almost like I have to plan it and I have to remember to wear it. So yeah.
actually, you're right. Remember to wear it. That's also like, it's sort of like, mm, obviously it's effort, but it's like another thing to think about. Like, oh my gosh, I've got so many things to think about, and then I've got to like remember to wear this piece, pick it up. It doesn't feel organic. It just feels like, oh, I gotta take this.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it's one of those things that, it's like, oh, it's only one. But I guess if you have more than one, then like they all add up. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Because all of these things, they all add up to an amount that could have been something really amazing, a trip or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. We're moving into some big. Okay, is that your last?
yeah, that's my last.
Okay, we're moving into my big one. Are you ready? So honestly, I have used it once, but this once was 2 hours, and it
Mm.
was because I wanted to show my friends. And then it went back into the house, into the box, and I've seen it again. I laugh about it because I mean, yeah. Okay, let me take it out. I have it's as good as never used because it literally came home back into its wrapping, into its baggie. And
Oh no.
and this is, I mean, we've been talking about small money, right? Big small money,
Yeah.
okay? I'm kidding when I say small. I mean, in comparison, we got a pochette, we got a little earring, a little pair of shoes. Oh my god. I definitely have not used this at all.
But you can use it. You can use it.
Oh yeah, I can use the sweater in my I will use the sweater in the trip. Definitely. I'll bring it. But yeah, this one.
So
Um,
you like, okay, so this is a problem because obviously you love this bag, but aren't you gonna wear it? More
That's
than
the
just showing your
thing.
friend.
So what did we say? Effort. Gotta think about it. Gotta plan it. It's because it's box.
Yeah.
It's the brand new sparkling unscratched untainted leather that I just cannot I feel so precious with it. Therefore it feels so wasted. Like it just like, oh, I should use it. I should use it. But when I take it out, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I know. Just face it, right? I know I'm not there yet. So since I bought it in what freaking January, February, somewhere this year, in the beginning of the year, it only went out of the house 2 hours. That's it.
But I thought you were saying that you really like, I know you love the leather. There's
I love
no
it.
like, exactly. So now that you've got it, you have to wear it. It's like a new car. You just gotta wear it and just like, you get your first little thing and then the rest is history and it'll just keep, I don't know. It's so nice. Definitely
It's
wear it.
I think I would have sleepless nights once I see the first like ding on it. I'll be like, ah, I'll be like, I cannot. Then I ask myself, why the heck did I put myself through this? Because this is not small money. Okay. And it's like,
Oh, yeah, it refurbishes so well. Just wear it. Like, just put the wear and tear and then, like, over a few years, just go and spa it.
no,
It's
I actually know all of this. It is the first step, right? It's literally like the brand new car. You drive it, you're like, you see this car park, side by side, you're in real. No, I said, no, I'm not gonna park there. I'm gonna find a big open space for me to park, that kind of thing. So this is that experience that I'm going through. It's hard, because it's not like Epsom of my first Constance. Even though that was white, it was Epsom. And yes, it's more of thinking of, don't wear dark outfits. But I was
yeah.
more brave. Whereas for this, even though it's black, the opposite, but because the leather it's like perfect. Okay, it's perfect. Wow, it's perfect.
Yeah. I understand.
Wow.
I don't know what to say, though.
Of course, I mean, it feels really wasted. Like then in a way, not only just the bag, right? Do I, mm, do I even need it like then, like that time? Could I have waited for a moment where maybe my lifestyle is also different because I work. I haven't gone holidays. I mean, a lot of the things that I talk about, like that sweater, the long sleeve, do I need to purchase it now? I do. The answer is out there. It's no. I don't need this now. I should have just said no and buy it when I in a better state of mind or have a better holiday plan or something. So in a way, it has money sitting in the cupboard. Like it's just there. Where I should have said, wait, 1 year, 2 years, buy from the reseller, whatever. But no, it's there. And the guilt is there. It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Ah. looking at me like, use me. I'm like, wait, I don't have the time to use you. Don't have the occasion to use you. And then when I have the occasion to use you, I'm like, maybe not this occasion to use you. It's
Oh my
hard,
gosh,
man.
you totally have a whole outfit planned already. Like those pink shorts, black shirt, Jimmy Choo's, and this bag. Like this is the outfit that you need to go out with today.
Today. Today I'm sweating already.
It's still early over there in Singapore. You can go out today like that.
Oh man. If I go out with this bag, it's gonna be like 3 o'clock on a Wednesday where there are no people around. Definitely not going to Orchard on a Sunday or a Saturday where get away from me. Get away from me in my bag.
Yeah. It's hard when you have such a beautiful, beautiful bag. Like,
Right.
I mean,
And delicate. And delicate but
yeah.
not delicate. And I get it. It's over time it will the scratches gives it character. It can be all of that. I know. It's not that I don't know. But again, like any other brand new thing, it's like wow,
Mhm.
harder.
It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I had I pretty much, had like the biggest dilemma when it came to my Kelly 28 because it's so white. Because it's so big and so white.
It's
And I'm
so
just
wide and
like,
big.
I love it so much though, and it's not going anywhere. I've already talked about it. And, it's just one of those things. You got to just plan your outfit, plan your outing, and it's not going to go as casually as any other bags do. Because other bags, I don't have to think about it. It's just wear it, right? Whereas the Kelly, because it's white and it's so big, it's just literally, if there's a lot of people or it's very crowded, you'll bump into literally everything and everyone. So there's no way I'm
Everyone.
going to just take it casually to the shopping mall or to, I don't know, like child's birthday dinner or party. There's no way that's going to be
No
the
way.
bag I'm going to take
No
to.
way. No way. Oh, and then there's one more issue. Because when I come home, my dog jumps on me. I'm like, get away from my bag. I love you. I love you, but get away from my bag. Anyway. And this is wasted in the sense that, and obviously on theme, right, for this video, to this live today, because it really makes you think like, do we really need these items at this moment? Or is it that FOMO feeling of buying it, or feeling bad because your essay kept it for you? Should we have just walked away, right? Should we just say, no, actually, don't need it now. I could wait, and be less burdened by them, and kind of have this like, oh man, I should just not bought it. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
hindsight is always 2020, right? That's the thing. Of course now I can easily say like, oh, I should have just like whatever, just broken some feelings at the time. But at the end of the day, like you go back another time, it's fine. They'll still sell you their shoes. It's not like they'll never talk to you anymore. But at the time, I just felt like, oh, okay, yeah, I should buy it. I
Correct.
should buy it.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Hard. There's walking away from something that's in front of you. It's actually it's really difficult. It's, I don't know. You don't want to hurt that person because we're nice people. You feel bad. I don't know for what reason. For some reason, we feel bad about it, and yeah, it's actually walking away. It's so simple, but at the same time, it's so complex. It's like it's such a simple thing to say, just walk away, but at the same time, you're there. You're like, maybe I'll think about it, and then they'll say something and you're like, yeah.
Or maybe another way to also think about it is that now it's too late to regret it, right? So just be okay to have it. And even though it's not being used, it's fine. Like that's also a way to tell yourself that, at least even if you never use it, it'll still serve as a memory that you owned it at one point. Like, you know what I mean? It's sort of like
I love how we
it is what it
justify the
is, right?
unused
Sometimes you just
items.
really can't get yourself to use something and you're so scared or whatever the reason is, but at least you've had the memory and the experience of at least owning it. And if that's enough for you, then so be it. It could be
True.
that. It could be
True.
that you'll never use it and one day it's out of your life, you rehome it or whatever it happens. Maybe you just keep it forever and eternity, and that's also fine. Like maybe that's what you need to do too. And just be okay with that.
Yeah, it's going back into the box as we speak. But yes, it's yeah, no point regretting for sure, right? But when we reflect back on it, it just feels like we could have taken a slightly different road. I mean, it's still okay. I mean, I'm happy. I mean, we're both happy to have it. So exactly like Joe, like never try, never know, right? Maybe on cheaper experiences.
It's okay lah. I mean,
Okay, let's look at
it's
let's
the
see what
experience,
have
it's
you
the
bought.
process that counts. I feel like
Okay,
yeah,
let me
you never know
scroll.
if you don't try.
Okay, let's see. What do you all have? Let us know. What do y'all have that is sitting in your cupboard that you probably shouldn't have bought yet? JW Miller says, I have a lot of heels that I don't wear anymore. Sounds like, yep. Trace is the same. Don't wear high heels for special occasions as well. Ah,
I think it's also a trend these days that everything is more casual. I feel like heels, it's been a few years where people started speaking about not wearing those like 10 centimeter heels. I mean, let alone the higher ones. We're just talking about, I'm just buying 5-6 centimeter heels. I don't buy anything higher than that, by the way. And even those I just wear on occasion because those are the only size, like height that I can bear that is still relatively comfortable, but definitely no more of those super high heels.
do you know
Those are impossible.
how to walk? I went home and I still have some shoes, like I think some really like 20 years ago shoes in my house, my mom's house. And the thing about, I don't know about your parents, but my parents refuse to toss anything. They're like they think that maybe one day you'll use it. Okay, so I have shoes that even though they are my shoes, my mom would say, "Don't throw those shoes. Maybe you'll use them." Okay, so anyway, I went home and I'm like, "Mommy, those those heels like this high, I don't need them. I'm not wearing them. Can I just toss them?" And then when I opened that old cabinet, I'm like, oh my god, how did I walk in those? They're like stilettos. They were the trend, right? Those really skinny stilettos. I could walk, I could run, I could dance in them. It's mind-boggling because I'm like, how? How did those legs just endure those heels? I swear, I don't know how. I just don't wear them anymore. Can't even imagine. Like little heel, I'm like, this heel a bit higher. There's a little question for us from Michelle. Ken and Amy, what do you guys think of buying pre-loved SLGs? Amy, I'll let you go.
I'm fine with it. I did buy a few when I first first got into luxury. I bought an LV zip wallet, the half size, not the long one, not the mini one, not the medium size. I also bought I bought a mini pochette
Mm.
pre-loved, but it was like brand new at the time. Like the person bought it, never used it for a couple years, and then she sold it. So it was literally brand new. So I think there is a time and place in buying those things. It's when you're maybe just not sure about the style and you can save a bit of money and then at least you get to try the style. Because at the time I was so new to everything, right? Obviously LV was my first brand that I really like, you know, I considered luxury brand that I really dipped my toes into. And for the SLGs at the time anyway, I thought they were so expensive because I was like thinking, why is a wallet, I don't know, $600-700? Why is that 600? And then a bag is also about $800. Like doesn't compute in my head. So that's why I started with pre-love. But nowadays, I think it depends, right? Like nowadays, I maybe it's just my preference. I feel like SLGs have a much lower price point, and so if I can, I will buy the brand new item. But it just depends, right? Like some SLGs can still be very expensive, like a walk. So if you can find the same walk in a very good condition, I see no problems in buying pre-love because you're gonna save so much money, and it's the same thing, right? As long as they're in good condition, I think
Mm,
it's perfectly fine.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. Unless you are what's the word? Not like like taboo.
Picky? Oh,
Not
yeah.
some
It's
people
the
don't
for the
like it.
wallet thing, now I'm a little bit like superstitious, but other than that,
Mm, suspicious.
I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, it's fine. Like
Yeah. Card
for
holders,
little,
okay.
yeah,
But I don't buy people's wallets though.
not the main
That
wallet.
yeah,
Yeah,
not the main wallet.
yeah, but I think a walk is still like a bag. In my opinion, a walk is still like a bag. So I think
Mm.
that's okay if you're not so like persuaded by superstition, right? Like, um, yeah. If it's a wallet, I feel like the price of a wallet is still low enough compared to actual bags that I would rather buy brand new these days.
Mm. Mm. Agree. Okay, I'm right at the bottom. Let me see. So Viv, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this word in a while. I have a lot of Zimmerman nice dresses, but now I seldom wear, as I just prefer to wear shoes and t-shirts. Wow, Zimmerman people, this was a huge trend. Well, not trend, but yeah, trend for a while. A lot of people were wearing Zimmerman, or at least on social media, I saw a lot of Zimmerman because it's so pretty, so girly, and yeah, just so nice to look at. But I actually don't see it much anymore. I think the pandemic is to blame because everybody just went from from
Yeah.
flowy, beautiful, gorgeous, girly, cutesy dresses to loungewear, athleisure. Give me those jogger shorts, jogger pants, and I think we never gone back. It's hard. It's hard to go from comfy to cute. It's hard.
It will be back. It will be. I think
Ah,
it's a phase. Because even this summer, I've only lived in my 2 pairs of Hermes shorts. I keep on rotating them. It's either white or those denim, like brown denim ones. They like, and the top is always those Aritzia tops. And I've literally passed by the whole summer. Okay, except maybe my birthday, I wore a dress. And then for someone else's birthday, I wore a dress. Like I think 2 or 3 times I wore a dress this summer, which is so unheard of. Me, I always was living in my self portrait in the past summers. But this summer, no. It was all shorts, little tank top. And when I went to see my nephew and niece, I wore Nike shorts and a tank top. It's like denim jacket. Oh, so comfy. And that's the thing. I think it's a phase though. It will be, I don't know if it'll change yet the next year, but it'll come back, I feel. It will. It has to be. But the trend
okay.
nowadays is all athleisure for sure.
For sure, right? I have this like a friend of mine posted on IG, and it was so funny because you said it will come back, right? I feel you'll never go back once you reach that level of adulting. So there was this, like, you could share it and then you could say which level you are, and I was reading all of it and I was like, yeah, I'm never going back. I'm never going back to things that are not adulting. Shall I read it to you? And if you want to tick it. So what level of adulting have you reached? I'm sure some of you have seen this going around on IG. If you tick it, I have my favorite washing machine settings. I get excited about a new air fryer. Young people's music sounds like noise.
Okay, wait. Well, how old is this person?
I mean, no, not this person. Like, you have to say whether you agree to these
Okay.
statements.
I
And if you
see.
agree to it, and the more you agree to it, that means you're more adult. You have reached you have, like, I have arrived. I have arrived. I am my mom.
I agree with the
Okay.
first two. Although I only want to stick with the same air fryer because I don't want to change it all the time.
That's like mom level already, okay?
It's like, it works, don't change it. It's always, otherwise you're gonna have to figure out each air fryer, the new
Oh my
time
god.
and length and heat to reheat or to fry or to cook some steak. And it's like a hassle to learn a new one.
The trauma of finding those settings again.
Because they all vary a little bit, right? The size and the power. Because unfortunately we had an old air fryer. It worked perfectly fine. It was just a little smaller, and then we were gifted a new one that was a bit bigger. We've been using it, but then it totally started chipping off, like the inside layer, and I was like, we're not using this anymore because that's, like, I don't know what's on the paint stuff, right? So we went back to the old one, and I was so happy because, like, the actual old one, even though it's smaller, it actually fries faster, air fries faster, I mean, and works more efficiently. There's no preheating whatever needed. Like, it actually works so good because I guess it's so compact. It's smaller, so everything's so close together, and the heat circulates.
They don't make it like they used to.
Which is why, like, on the second point, I kind of agree, but not really, because I just want to stick to the same one.
It's like if I give my mom a new rice cooker, she's like, why? This one cooks so good.
Yeah, don't change it. If it works, don't change it.
Yeah, let me go on. I find myself this is so funny. I find myself looking out the window with my hands crossed behind my back for no reason.
No, I don't do that. Okay.
I don't have a window, but I can imagine myself doing it though. Okay. I'm complaining about the new generation.
I did a little bit, but now I can't because I kind of understand the new generation. Just because you have to when you live with another generation.
Then here we go. Unnecessary noise angers me.
Maybe.
Like, what's so noisy? What's that noise? Oh my gosh. I'm excited about going to bed.
Oh, maybe not, because I'm a night owl, actually. I don't want to go to bed.
I'm excited. I'm like, oh, it's bedtime. I may be on the bed. I may not be sleeping, but I'm on the bed.
It's bad habit. I'm more preoccupied at nighttime. I want to do more things, even though I'm so tired. But I'm actually more, like, my brain is more active. It's the most convoluted thing ever.
I recognize the benefits of drinking water.
Oh yeah, here's to that. I have hot water in here. It's hot. Okay?
Actually, they should. There's one more. I like drinking hot water.
Mm-hmm. You have no idea how many people laughed at me, like, when I started working at a company, like, my stage. Like, I was still a student, but I worked for internships. and I would ask for hot water, or I would like bring a cup of hot water back to my desk, and they're like, "What are you drinking?" I'm like, "Oh, hot water." He's like, "Oh, you mean tea?" I'm like, "No, no, no, just hot water." And he's like, "Oh, with lemon." I'm like, "No, just hot water." It's like,
Hot water.
"Just hot water? Why are
Leave
you
me
just drinking
alone.
hot water? What the hell is wrong with you?" I'm
Leave
like,
me
"What?
alone.
I did that my whole life." Because I guess it's a Chinese thing too. That's the thing.
Oh, okay, got a few more. I watch everything with subtitles.
Yeah, I do actually. I do. I like that because sometimes you can't hear all the words, so you can read it.
Okay. I'm excited when somebody cancels plans with me.
That's so funny. Excited? Maybe not excited, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you can't make it? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, then I just get to stay home. And I'm just like, "Oh, no, I go watch TV."
Okay, this one maybe. Okay, so I have my favorite burner on my stove.
Oh, yeah, I have my favorite burner. I do. I have burner number 1 and then burner number 2, and then the other 2 I don't like to use.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay, then yes, I get it.
Oh, you didn't know what it means? Yeah, it's
I have a
cooking. It's
favorite
like you always use the same burner.
it's called a burner. Okay, I thought it was like the pot. Okay, then I
No,
agree.
no, 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 no.
I like to use
The
this one.
stove, you have 4 burners, right, usually? But I always use the one first, and then the second one, I always use that one because, like, the other one behind it or opposite it, it's like the pots, if it's really the wok, because I use a wok, right, takes up so much space, so you can't really use the ones that are right beside it that well,
Yeah.
unless it's a tiny
Yeah, I
pot.
understand.
So I have to use this one, and then I have to use the one diagonal from that one.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Okay. I get this is so funny because I just had this conversation with a friend like a couple of weeks ago. I'm getting upset when somebody wants to meet me for drinks or dinner after 8 p.m.
Yeah, that
Why so late?
depends. I'm a night owl though, so that makes more sense to me to meet later.
Oh,
But 8
no.
is a little late.
It's late. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, 8 why it's so late? Why it's so late? Start earlier, Ken. 6. Okay. I buy seated tickets at concerts.
Yeah,
This one I get it. I buy
yeah.
seated tickets now everywhere. Like
Yeah,
even
I
on
wanna
the
sit
plane. I'm like,
down. And the people in front of me better not stand up when the concert starts. I hate that. I'm like, "Okay, now I have to stand up." Like, what the hell, I paid for a seat for a reason. But people like to stand up and they cheer and they dance, and I'm like, "Can you just, like, literally sit down?" Like, seriously, I wait for them to get tired just so that I can watch it in peace. But yeah.
that is so funny. That actually happened to me and my husband at the Coldplay concert. Because I'm like sitting there, I'm like, whoa, what great seats. What great seats. We can see, Chris Martin over there, somewhere down there. And then he starts playing, and then the entire front row all
Yeah.
stands out, and I'm like,
So annoying.
what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Sit your ass down right now.
Except you can't say that to them. They won't listen to
Yeah, I
you.
can't. In my head, in my heart,
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
know.
okay, final one. This is funny. Which is what I did this morning. I'm looking outside the window when it rains, thinking to myself, we need that. Yes.
It rains all the time here. I don't like it actually, so never mind. Except in the summer when there's forest fires, then yeah, we do need it. But
It's so
for the
funny.
rest of the year, I'm like, no, I don't like it. It rains too much.
It was so hot the past few days, and then it poured yesterday. I was like, yeah, we
Oh,
needed
that
the
must be
rain.
a tropical thing. Yeah, there, yeah.
Oh, so funny. Okay, moving on. Let's come back to here. Ah. I saw somebody said some. Oh, here we go. Blue Egyptian lotus. Chanel sneakers, wrong size. Jimmy Choo platforms. Chanel earrings, 1 or 2 pairs. Tiffany eyeglasses. Chanel butterfly sunglasses. Oh.
Yeah. We've all been there. There's some stuff that I could show, but I don't have anymore. And it's like kind of along the lines of your list, actually. Platforms, yeah. Hermes platforms. Some earrings. Well, I mean, a bunch of jewelry for sure. Eyeglasses, definitely. Yeah. I have some. I think I had some other brand eyeglasses. They never work for me. Like the Celine ones. I tried the Celine ones. They look so nice. But I have an Asian nose with hardly any nose bridge. So they slide off my face and it never works. So.
Okay. Let's see. Joe is saying, I also learned that I really much prefer Birkin in Retourne than Cellier, even though I love the look of the Cellier. A Birkin Cellier is much harder to use.
These are the kind of comments that are really helpful, at least for me, because, especially if you're thinking of, because, there's, once you get a Birkin, like a regular Birkin, your next thing you might think about is the Cellier version, right? Especially if you like the Birkin very much. But then when I read this and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe it'll happen to me too. So it's very helpful.
Holly is like, okay, my fails. Prada Galleria sold it now. Which is that? Which is the Prada? Oh, the one that's sort of like a tote, right? The squarish. I think that's the one. Yeah, I think that's the one. Prada. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Like my mom, she has this rice cooker that is like so old. It's mind-boggling how old it is. It's literally like it's just a pot with the cover, like on the top. It doesn't even have those little buttons. It's just turn on, press the like a springy springy button, like boop, and the rice cooks. There's no temperature, there's nothing, there's no indicator. When you know the rice is cooking, the top of the lid goes I'm like, mommy, this is so old. She's like, but it cooks. Don't touch my rice cooker.
A lot of 老人家, right? 啲華人咧，老人家咧，即係 the elderly from Asian families. Like my uncle, he loves rice. He will refuse to eat a dinner or lunch or whatever if there's no rice that comes with it. Like that's how much he loves rice. And if it's just like if we go to a restaurant and it's just noodles, he will be upset. He needs to order some rice. And so for them, because every time I go to Hong Kong, that's who we stay with my first auntie. And one time my auntie, because my auntie is more current, she's so fashionable and she's so current. She's into, it's not like she's into technology or anything, but for her age, she's really current, right? And so one time she bought this rice cooker, and it's like thousands of Hong Kong dollars, which is a very, very high end, like multi-function rice cooker. And I think my uncle got upset because he's like, what is this thing that cooks everything? Like it can cook anything from like pound cake to like whatever, like a bunch of different things, right? But it's so complicated. All he cares about is cooking rice. And so I think he didn't like it. But my aunt likes it, like that's why she bought it, right? But yeah, that's a very funny thing when they were just talking, like, arguing, not arguing, but like, they were discussing the rice cooker that costs thousands of dollars. And yeah, it was actually really entertaining to watch.
It is. And now we can laugh about, oh my gosh, JW. I have a go-to burner as well.
Yeah, everyone, I'm sure if you cook a decent amount, which I
Yeah,
do most of the times, right?
there will be
And I need
one.
more than one burner most of the time. But when I need 3 burners, that's when I get annoyed, because there's always one that's going to be like, the pot's going to sit a little bit to the side because there's just not enough space. They're like, the wok takes up so much space on the main burner that, yeah.
Holly's saying, well, it's irrelevant what the masses are doing. My heels get worn. But my Louboutins, girl, I don't regret them. They're a work of art, but they require self-sacrifice.
Yeah. You go, girl.
That is funny. That is funny. It's like, buy legs, buy heels, but they look great.
Guess it depends what your priorities are. Like, sometimes, even for me, I'm like, I just want to look cohesive and nice. So I will make the effort, even if it means that I need to bring more bags, because now I have to store my shoes in another bag, bring it to the venue and change. It's kind of ghetto in a way, but that's the only way I get to wear them properly and comfortably without my legs like literally not functional at the end of the night, So, because I have had many times in the past when I didn't do that, I would wear my shoes from my house in the entire night, going there, back. And literally, when I get out of the venue, I remove my shoes, I walk barefoot, because I'm like, I could not even, like, I cannot even function anymore. I was like so much pain, which is why from now on, I never do that anymore. I always wear comfortable footwear when I go there. So I'm not going to look cute at the beginning. Like, everything will be fine except the feet.
Slippers, those Haviana looking slippers.
Yeah, anything, right? Slippers, sandals, whatever. Like, I'll just wear something super comfortable when I go there, and then just go in the car or the taxi, whatever. But I'll have to take out my shoes and switch them. And I don't care. Like, that's the reason why I do that, because otherwise I'll literally be like limping home by the time I go home. And it's even worse if that's the case. Like, sometimes you just, like, in the wintertime, there's no way you can walk barefoot all the way to the parking lot. That's like not possible. And it's not hygienic, obviously. So that's why I do that. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I am curious about this. So RM Petit saying, I sold my Hermes mini gypsy. So not for me. So maybe you can share why. Because I think the mini gypsy is quite popular. It's the gypsy is the one that has the whole flap over, right? Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. The whole flap over. So the mini version is more compact. So the flap's not so big. I think it's really popular. Like, a lot of people think it's a better
You've not tried
size.
it? You've not tried it?
I have not tried it.
I have
Have you
tried
tried
it.
it? Oh, you've
Yeah.
tried it.
I
Not
tried it
for
in
you
the
as well.
store in Hermes because they had it on display. And I disliked it right away because it, first of all, the like, we talk about craftsmanship at Hermes and everything's perfect and everything's like so well thought out. I feel like the gypsy is so weird because the bag itself, let's not even talk about the bag itself, but the fact that they put a strap that is a fabric and it's not detachable. It's like, it's the strap that you have to work with. That's like so cheap. Like, I don't know what other words I can use to describe it other than that. Like, it's just so not cohesive compared to the rest of their line of bags. Even the mini Evelyn I prefer, because with the mini Evelyn you can detach, or just any Evelyn, you can detach the strap and use another strap, right? The gypsy, you can't do that. And then the mini size, especially when you go and open it, because it looks big, but then when you go and open it and you try to put your things inside, it's actually really small. I feel like it's as small as the mini Evelyn. If not,
Wow.
it's very small. So the idea is there, I think, like, you know, saddle, whatever, equestrian, blah, blah, blah. But for the price, especially, because the mini gypsia, like, don't forget, the mini gypsia was also 9,000 something before tax. The mini Evelyn in comparison is about 3,000. What a big price difference. And then but I, like, when I compared the two, in my mind, I'm like, I'd rather buy the mini Evelyn, because at least with the mini Evelyn,
Mm.
you've got more options. You can customize the strap if you really wanted to. The gypsia, you can't. And it's very hard to get in and out of it. And it's very small. And it's very pricey. I just don't understand this bag.
It doesn't look that small though. And firstly,
It
I didn't
doesn't.
didn't recall that it had a non-detachable strap. So that was that. Yeah, I just kind of in my head I can sort of visualize the smaller back section. I thought it was very, and yeah, I remember it's popular. I saw quite a few um reveals and pictures and IGs, like must be the bag. It must be the news mini bag. But
I'm not
interesting.
sure if it's popular just because people like to have a variety, or if it's really popular because it's actually like a really good bag. In my opinion, my first impression, and I literally, I was so upset about it because I was like, I was actually looking forward to trying it and maybe I could buy it. But no, I was like, not upset, but like, I was just like so disappointed with the design. I was just like, this is so cheap. Like, I could not complain about any other bags they make. Like, this is the first bag that I'm literally, I just don't know. I don't know what happened there. Like, I just don't get it
Mm.
in terms of the design. Maybe the bigger size makes sense, but the mini size really did not make any sense at all because it's so small and it felt so cheap.
Mm. So Arm Petit saying, I actually asked Amy about it and what she thought of it. It helped me decide to sell it. It's very small. If it can be a little bit bigger, it was worth it, but it is pricey.
It's very expensive. It was very expensive. It made no sense whatsoever at all. Like, I would rather
Mm.
you, I mean, 9,000, that was 9,000 something retail, right? In Canada. I would rather you put that money towards, I don't know, another mini flap or another Chanel 22 mini. Like, it's still cheaper than this, and it's gonna be more well made. Like, for once, I'm saying a Chanel bag is more well made because it made no
Mhm.
sense at all. Like, the Gypsia is like the mini size, especially, it just made no sense to me in terms of the design. I know that they're trying to like miniature everything.
Mm.
Every other bag, I think the miniature size is fine. The Gypsia, I don't know. I feel like a Gypsia is supposed to be a very rugged, kind of like multifunctional, maybe like very um I don't know if it's multifunctional is the right word. More like um utilitarian. I feel like it's
Mm.
supposed to be that, but when you make it mini, it's so awkward.
Mm. I see a lot of Halzan fans here. So JW saying she prefers it to the Gypsy.
Yeah,
Michelle
I
agrees
agree.
it's also cute. Joe saying that the Halzan is better than the Gypsy. Wow. The Gypsy. Okay, so
Yeah.
JW is sharing that the Gypsy, the Halzan can be handheld. Okay, yep. Crossbody, shoulder carry, all leather, and it's not heavy. Ooh, okay.
And the Halzan is not as expensive. I think the price had a lot to do with it. Like, if you told me the mini Gypsia was the same price as the mini Evelyn, maybe a little bit more, okay, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Do you, it's fine. But it was 9,000. I don't know, whatever. I'm
Mm.
like, what? Like, I just, my jaw dropped. Like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think a design so it was not simple by any means, but it was so like it cheapened. It was cheapened because the strap, which was fabric, was sewn on it, so like you couldn't. There's no way that you can elevate it. That didn't make sense to me.
Interesting. I didn't know about the gypsy. All I saw is just pictures, but kind of makes sense because the bags has a lot going for it, right? The flap, the strap, the side profile. Yeah, it does take up quite a bit of space. Yeah, so it looks big. It looks like this big.
Yeah, looks are deceiving, especially for this one.
So Arm said she picked it in mauve pal.
Yeah.
Ooh, really hard.
Also very hard because it's a crossbody bag.
This is what I hear about Prada's leather, the Saffiano leather. Though it looks so hard wearing, right? It's the similar Hermes Epsom or Epi leather, so that kind of stamped leather that gives you the impression that it will be scratch resistant. You can't do anything to it. But I have heard that the Prada one is over time is actually quite. It's not as good as the others. So this is interesting. Sort of cheap and worn looking.
I wonder, maybe it's just the way they fabricate
Press it.
like, yeah, I mean, even if it's a pressed leather, it can still be very high quality, right? Like, I mean, I think Epsom is a good example of that. I've had really great experience with Epsom where people knocked. Literally, they opened the door, flung open on my bag, and it was completely fine. I think a lot of Coach bags, some Coach bags have like a sort of stamped leather, and they are totally good as well. Coach is quite good in terms of leather. So maybe it has to do with how they manufacture their stamped leather. I don't have any experience with Prada because I never bought anything from Prada, but
yeah. Let's see. I think with the Halzan, I only like the look when it's worn crossbody, but I actually don't quite like it when you I don't know. It just looks a little strange when you handheld it. It's an option, but I think if you wear it, it looks nicer when the bag's folded over. I think that look just looks better. Yeah, never considered getting a Halzan actually. Maybe one day get it from the resale market. The resale market is so good now. Like if you have spare cash and you're looking for bags to buy, wow, bad time to sell anything. So when we talk about selling stuff next week, we can talk about that. It doesn't mean you have to sell these things straight away, but it is a bad time to sell things because the prices. I just saw online a Constance 18, a little older, but brand new, unused, for like 16,000. That's
what color?
no pre-spend, nothing.
Yeah,
Black and gold hardware.
oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's so sad. Like, that's so disappointing. Anyway, we won't go there, but
yeah, we won't go there. We won't talk about it. But still, you gotta like look at the pricing. You're like, what is going on? The prices of everything is dropping.
I don't really see a lot of Halzan being resold though. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's more an Asia thing.
Brand new. New
Wow.
unused. Well, close to 17, but 16. Still, no pre-spend. Walk into the store, you get a black Epsom gold hardware. No pain, no brain, no nothing. It's yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week. Selling. Look at it's like this is who's this? Love Lots Luxury. Slashing. Okay, slashing the prices now. Going down, going down. There is one bag that I was observing from her, not buying anything, but this uh I think it was last, like this one I was telling a few, like this guy, this green one. It started
Mm.
off like pre-love for like 4.5, and it went down to 4.3, 4.2. Now it's at 3. It's at 3.7. It's going down. I'm telling you, it'll hit
Mm.
3. It is going down. I can't see anything, but yeah, it's dropping like nobody's business. I even saw a Kelly 25. Yeah. Kelly 25 gold on gold. Size 25. Sorry, Kelly 25. Kelly 25 gold on gold. July. July. Okay? For 29. Brand new. Full set. That's not even 1-to-1 if you buy in the store, okay? Not even close. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's
But
good
it's
and
more
bad.
of an Asia thing for sure. It's a little bit different, the market here. It's still down for sure, but it's still a little bit different here, the market. Availability
Mm,
is less as well.
true, but if you're buying, if you want to buy locally lah, but these
Mm.
resellers are international. They send it
Yeah,
DHL,
true.
next day delivery to your house.
Yeah.
Next day delivery. Okay, 3 days lah, because there's time difference, right? It's crazy. Yeah, the prices are just like, I mean, mind-boggling to even think these stores can make you, but they still will. They still will. They still will.
Yeah, it's a sad topic.
It's a sad topic for us who bought it and went through the journey.
Ah, it's all good. I mean, too late to go back, but it's okay.
Which is why we have all these wasted pre-spend.
Well, it's not always
Better
good.
use them.
Some
Better
things
use
are.
them. Style them. Use them. Wear them out. I'm gonna wear those. You know what? I'm gonna wear these guys out. I'm gonna force myself to wear them tonight. Fix my hip tomorrow. Be like, oh. It's so insane. The pricing is just crazy now. And I mean, I don't know if on your side you see, but I feel like I've heard a few YouTubers talk about even Fashion File. They are slashing the prices, and Fashion File is known to be a little bit more of the premium because they serve a bigger market, and like you said, you don't have so many stores, so they do sell a little bit of a premium, right? But even I heard they're slashing the prices, is coming down.
You know who they're slashing the price from? The seller.
Oh, so
They're still selling pretty high premium. I mean, even if it did come down a little bit, like I was also observing, not so much bags, but I was observing the Tiffany necklace. It did come down, and uh eventually it came down to, because when I first observed it, they were still reselling for like closer to, I think, I can't remember exactly. I think it was closer to 18,000 US. And then eventually, like recently, I saw it as low as 15. And then I think if
wow,
you had,
that's a big slash.
yeah, but I think once it hit that, because I saw it, and then of course shortly after there was like a coupon, like there were some days where they had coupons like 10% off. People bought it off right away. Like it's no longer there. But the thing is, if they're able to offer this kind of discount, imagine how low they bought it off the seller, because they've been offering really good quotes in the past, and sometimes they were even profitable for sellers to consign to them. It's no longer the case now. They are literally lowballing every seller. Every quote that I like more recently got, not so super recent, but more recently got within the past year or two, literally made no sense to sell to them. So they're actually maybe slashing a little bit of the retail for buyers, but from the seller's point of view, they're literally lowballing. Like is not fair. It's just, it makes no sense to even sell to them at all. So and their prices are still high. I honestly think that, like, I was just looking at some bags just because I'm doing a review video, so I was looking at like the resale right now, and I was like, it's not even that low. So it's still pretty high. And especially if you're converting currency, the US dollar is still quite strong compared to Canadian. Like, we're still at the 35% difference. So after you do that math, it's not even that good. It's not good at all.
What? Julie, oh my goodness, do not buy from Fashion File.
Yeah,
Epson's Kelly Cellier 25 gold, 27,000 US. No.
that's what I said. They are not slashing it on their retail. They're slashing it from buying from the buyer.
No way. You buy in Singapore. Like
I'm
29.
telling you, the options here are not that good. They're really not that good. If you want proximity, no, it's not so good. And there's not that many to choose from.
Yeah, which is why they have like the global size, right? Just they have the reach. And
Yeah.
unless you are, people in Singapore, or you are, traveling here in Asia, it's still cheaper to buy here. It's just so much stock.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we close with this question? Clara just joined. Okay, close with this. So Blue Egyptian Lotus is asking, would you buy pre-loved jewelry? I am hesitant but interested to know your take. Thank you. Oh, I bought a lot of pre-loved jewelry. I bought people's Birkin baits. My finesse necklace is somebody's bait, Birkin bait. My finesse ring is somebody's Birkin bait. So totally buy if it's worth it. If it's worth it, you get the Joe said it. If you get the bling for cheap, do it. But please make sure get as much documents as you can. So I think my finesse necklace had everything. So it had the receipt, it had the paperwork, the cert, the box, everything. But my ring had only the receipt. It was missing something. Yeah, it was missing like the cert, I think, but it had the receipt. So one of it, which is why it was like such a good deal.
For me, I'm a bit hesitant only because I think for you, I don't know, you were able to see the item in person, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so that makes a huge difference, because I'm a little hesitant to buy pre-love, because every time I look at it at any pre-love site, whether it's the US or even Canada, it's not like I only see the picture online and I still have to wait for them to send the item. And usually it's a final sale. With Fashion File, I think they've really changed their policy. It's a lot stricter now. It's so hard to return things, apparently. So that's why I'm even more hesitant, because it's cross-border. It's duty is involved, customs involved in that case. So I would be a lot more hesitant. I think I agree with you. If you're able to check out the pieces, in person, if it comes with all the certs and receipts, documentation, packaging, that's all like much more reassuring. And also, I feel like by seeing the piece on in person, that's more something that has to do with my personal preference. Like, I don't like a certain type of wear and tear. Like, I feel like it's fine that if it's pre-love, but as long as it's an excellent, like almost new condition. That's how picky I am. I feel like there's certain type of wear and tear that it would be non-acceptable for me. And so
Yep.
that would really have to be in-person purchase. Unless maybe it's buying from a friend or a friend of a friend that you know, that you trust, or maybe if I have a friend who can check out the item for me and I trust their opinion, like something like that, right? I have a harder time to just look at pictures, look at description, and then buy it. Which is why I've never really pulled the trigger, even on Fashion File. I'm just like, I'm just looking for research purpose, but never really bought it because I don't think I will be happy. Like it says excellent. I don't know how excellent it is really, you know. Maybe it is really excellent, but I have to see it in person.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, they're not small purchases anyway. So JW is saying that it's still pretty easy to return to
I think it's harder to return if it's like you're like cross border.
Oh,
Yeah, because I
do you
have
have
a
to
friend.
pay for the shipping?
All I know is that I have a friend who told me, and you guys know
Mm.
her too. She's also on YouTube, but she told me, she basically told me to not buy from Fashion Val because she had a really bad experience. Her story is a little bit different, but it's so annoying for her too because she's also from Canada, and then like just to return the item, she either has to mail it back from Canada, which is not a good thing because then you have to go through customs, or you drive over to the border and then you return it from there. But then their return process is not as easy as you say, especially when, like, I think in her case, it was what she received was different from the description in the photos. And it was very hard for her to argue it because it's like their words against you. And it was a while before she even got that sorted. And so like she told me that, I was like, okay. Of course, I never would have bought it anyway, because like I said, for me, I'm so picky when it comes to the condition of the item. I literally have to see it myself first, and I have to be okay with it. So it's so rare for me to buy something pre-love unless I can see it in person. So yeah.
No, I agree. I think that's the big almost the tipping point, right? I bought most my finesse necklace I didn't see in person, but I received it in person, and I know the store is just like
Right. Yeah.
couple of
It's
plane rides away.
local. Yeah.
The ring, because I had to see the person because I had to try it. But because I could try it and I could see it, I was like, yeah, legit. But I don't think if it had a cross-border situation, not sure, and I would be like you. I'll be hesitant on it because it's not cheap.
Yeah.
If it's like $100, I'll take the risk. But
not
if you're
$100.
talking, it's not. Yeah, it's not $100. It's like much more. So yeah, that definitely is hard. Okay, so yeah, we are at our 2-hour mark. We will see you next week where we will sort of talk about
And
some of these.
tomorrow.
I have 1 or 2 things I'll repeat, but
Yeah.
I have other things that are non-repeat, which we're gonna talk about if we should sell it. It's gonna be a topic next week. It's not a good selling market, which is why we're gonna talk about it. So let's just chat next week. So anyway, we will see you then. Have a good week.
And tomorrow.
Have a good weekend. Yes.
We have a tomorrow as well, members. Yeah.
Yes. All right, everyone. Bye.